Chief Executive, the Honorable Mrs. Carrie Lam, Mr. Dixon, Professor Kawai, the Honorable Cheng, Mr. Lawrence Lee, colleagues and friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Confucius once said, and I quote, 有朋自遠方來，不亦樂乎. Translated into English, it means welcoming friends from afar gives one's great delight. It is indeed my great honor, and it gives me great delight to welcome all of you to this, the inaugural Asian Insurance Forum presented by the Hong Kong Insurance Authority. Especially to those of you who have traveled great distance to come to Hong Kong, welcome once again to visit Hong Kong. How wonderful it is to see so many of you here today. The expertise, ladies and gentlemen, gathered in this room right here, right now, is clearly reflective of Hong Kong's strength as a key international finance center, a vibrant insurance and risk management hub. We are hugely fortunate to have assembled such a wide range of experts here today, including policymakers, regulators, insurance industry leaders, professionals, and members of the academia, focusing our discussion on Asia, the most dynamic growth region in the world, and exploring the vital role which insurance has to play in driving the region forward to greater prosperity. As most of you would appreciate, my colleagues and I began to build the Insurance Authority in December 2015, and we took over regulation of insurers in Hong Kong in June last year. You may also know that we are busy preparing to take on the direct regulation of insurance intermediaries during the course of next year. We are implementing the Policyholders Protection Scheme, developing with the industry a risk-based capital regime, and working on a practical group-wide supervisory framework. We certainly have a very busy regulatory agenda ahead. Unlike many of our counterparts, the Hong Kong Insurance Authority's responsibility goes beyond mere regulation. We are privileged to be tasked with promoting the stable and sustainable development of the Hong Kong insurance industry and its competitiveness in the global insurance market. So we would also like to explore in this first Asian Insurance Forum the unique positioning of Hong Kong in the regional and global market. Ladies and gentlemen, to see regulation as distinct from promotion of the industry's sustainable development would certainly be incorrect. Rather, regulation itself promotes insurance, for it is regulation that provides for the institutional context of public trust and predictability within which the insurance market can grow and flourish. This is one of the good insights I have taken from the 25th Annual Conference of the International Association of Insurance Supervisors, AIF, as most of us in the insurance circle know very well. And that was held in Luxembourg last month. Some of the members in the audience were there, including our Secretary General and our former Secretary General, and quite a few members of the insurance industry were there. Now, to further elucidate this concept, and as part of our agenda today, we're delighted to have both Mr. Jonathan Dixon, the Secretary General of IAIS, and his former Secretary General, Professor Yoshihiro Kawai from Kyoto University, to share their thoughts on regulation and its development from both the international and the Asian perspectives. Ladies and gentlemen, in exploring the unique positioning of Hong Kong in the regional and global insurance market, we would undoubtedly be looking at the impact of national policies, the Belt and Road Initiative, and the Greater Bay Area of Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. The Greater Bay Area policy certainly represents one of the key opportunities for growth and development of the Hong Kong insurance sector. The essence of the GBA is to leverage on the comparative advantages of each city in the GBA for the greater benefit of the entire area. In this respect, there is no doubt that the insurance sector in Hong Kong, in terms of its products range, level of innovation, and degree of expertise, would be Hong Kong's key comparative advantage. This is an opportunity our insurance sector can certainly seek to exploit. As a first step, we are currently in discussion with mainland authorities regarding Hong Kong insurers setting up service center in the GBA to handle claims processing and customers' inquiries. The Belt and Road Initiative is the largest and most ambitious infrastructure development program ever known. Infrastructural project financing is notoriously complex, especially when it comes to cross-border projects involving some of the lesser developed countries in the world. The best financial, construction, engineering, and project management expertise is needed to make these projects work. Insurance and risk management have also a fundamental role to play. To put it simply, with infrastructural development, no plans can be made, no designs drawn up, no financing can be secure, and not a single brick can be laid without the risk of the entire project first being properly managed and brought within acceptable limits. This is the task of the insurance and risk management industry, an industry which has always been solution-driven, whether through the provision of risk transfer insurance or captive insurance solutions. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, insurance continues to serve as a key enabler of economic progress in the 21st century, in the same way as it has done throughout history. Furthermore, if ever there was a place that could bring together all the relevant risk expertise needed to facilitate the deal-making required to address these challenges, is Hong Kong. For many of us who call Hong Kong home, deal-making and problem-solving is in our DNA. It is what we do. Hong Kong's existence as an international finance center is predicated on connecting east to west and removing barriers so that contracts can be entered into in a place where the rule of law is paramount. We also have human capital advantage, an advantage which lies in the vibrant diversity of the people who work here. People like you who power Hong Kong forward as an international financial center on a daily and, yes, nightly basis. It is with this collective expertise in mind that I'm delighted to announce that the Insurance Authority will launch today the platform to be known as the Belt and Road Insurance Exchange Facilitation, or BRIEF, B-R-I-E-F, as we like to call it. BRIEF will bring together the best insurance and risk expertise with the aims of realizing the manifest opportunity of Belt and Road Initiative for the Hong Kong insurance industry. In short, BRIEF will be a forum for exchanging ideas, identifying which one can work, and creating practical insurance solutions that would enable projects to happen. As of today, 29 insurers, reinsurers, and insurance brokers have signed up for the challenge and joined BRIEF. We welcome more of you here today to join so that aspiration of BRIEF can be turned into your opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, in my role as the chairman of the Insurance Authority, I meet and converse with many insurance practitioners and insurance regulators. It always interests me when we speak of the insurance market, how the market reacts and how it adapts. That word market is a word that I love to hear. It brings to mind the image of something dynamic, a mechanism through which there is continual exchange and discussion, resulting in creative insurance solutions being discovered and crafted to manage risk and enable economic growth to happen. That is the real practical dynamic of the insurance market in action. It is the same dynamic which I'm sure that we will see in action here today at this Asian Insurance Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, in exploring the unique positioning of and the key opportunities for the Hong Kong insurance industry at home, in Asia, and in the global market, and to set our discussion in proper perspective, I am most honored to welcome our Chief Executive, the Chief Executive of Hong Kong, the Honorable Mrs. Carrie Lam, to address us on the latest initiative that her government is espousing in relation to the insurance industry. In closing, let me once again welcome you to this first Asian Insurance Forum. I look forward to your active participation, especially in this series of panel discussion this afternoon, where we shall dive deeper into some of the key opportunities and issues. Let me wish you all a very enjoyable and fruitful time at the forum, and then you would come away fully energized and carry with you lots of ideas for 2019 and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Cheng.